Hello, good morning, and how are you all doing today? Happy Wednesday, halfway through the week. All right, so we're continuing to work on the Code Crafters Get Challenge. Albert, hello, how are you doing today? You have a little bit of back pain? Oh, I'm sorry about that. That always sucks when that happens. For me, it's not back pain, but I woke up early this morning just like completely overheating, and it turns out that Zilby, the stream cat, decided to come in and got cold and curled up on top of the bed, but like right next to my legs. And just, he's super warm, and he just overheated me to the point where like I woke up from that and I didn't want to move him, but also I couldn't sleep. So that sucked. And he was super happy. He was purring. You just didn't open your inbox. I mean, you'll get to it, right? All right, so today we're working on the reading a tree object. So, and if you're watching this live or on VOD, and if you're liking what you see, this is a partnered stream. I have gotten this the Code Crafters for free from them. If you like what you see and you want to get it yourself, I have a link for that in the description of the YouTube video, and then also I have a command for this here in chat. And also Albert, oh no, sorry, Twisted Seed, thank you so much for the subscription. Thank you. Let's see, discontinued, hello, did Code Crafters add a dark mode? Probably not. I don't see a dark mode option. I have dark reader on. Hold on, let me check to see if they have like one in the options. I don't even look for dark modes anymore because dark reader just sort of does it for me. Yeah, I'm not seeing any options for that. So yeah, no, I'm using dark reader. And so that's basically set up dark mode for me. Also, hello, how are you doing today? All right, so anyways, the command on the Twitch side is Code Crafters. Yeah, let's continue on. So we are currently on read a tree object. Excellent, that's good to hear, discontinued. Okay, now that we've learned how to read write blobs, let's move on to our next get object, the tree. Interesting, that takes us to the GitHub docs as opposed to the Git docs. In this stage, you'll implement the git ls tree command. That's the link I'm used to seeing from here, which is used to inspect a tree object. The tester will execute your program like this. Okay, so it's basically gonna open up our Git, run ls tree, name only, and then the SHA of the tree. For directory structure like this, okay, so we have our repo, so we have files, dirs, okay, so the output expected would be dir1, dir2, file1, so basically just the names at the top level. Note that the output is alphabetically sorted. This is how Git stores entries in the tree object internally. To know about the internal format of a tree object, check out the Stack Overflow question. Okay, so we have a few things to look into. So first of all, ls tree. So list the contents of a tree object. Like what bin lsa doesn't. Okay, so basically it's an ls.a, but a get. Similar to that of bin ls in that the path is taken as relative to the current working directory. Now they were suggesting that we're going to pass in name only, so ls tree, name only, and then a tree SHA. So I kind of want to try this out. If I don't have a SHA, what do we have? Okay, so show only trees. So yeah, we do need, oh, a path. Also, there's tree-ish as another command. That's fun. So if I do a path, yeah, no, it doesn't like that as like the path. Oh, unknown option name only. Oh, it's dash dash name. No, there is a dash dash name only here. Okay. Oh, not a valid name. That's what it is. Okay. So how could I know which one is? Maybe I don't want to show. Maybe I don't want to do name only to begin with, and then okay, tree-ish can be anything that tree-ish is anything that can be recursively reference a tree. Okay, so a commit is a tree-ish because a commit is like files within a tree, and a tree being just like the names of the files and the folders. So basically the structure. And a tag or a branch is a commit-ish, which is a tree-ish by extension. Oh, fun. Okay, so can I see all of them? How do I know to find them? Or maybe we can create one. Okay, so we have ls tree, read tree. Wait, ls tree? Is that, which one are we using? We're using ls tree. There's also read tree and write tree. So if we write tree, create a tree object from the current index. The name of the new tree object is printed to standard output. So I might need to do that in order to see where we are. Oh, get show for, okay. Get show format t-head will show you the tree of the current. Oh, let's do that. This would be get show format. This syntax is always, no, don't want it. Always a little bit weird for me. So it's percent in SQL is for like matching different things. Is that what it is? Is that what this is too? Okay, so is this one of the trees? This is it, right? So get ls tree, name only. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Oh, pretty format. Okay, pretty equals format. Okay, that would have done it, but we still got it. So we got you. And that got us everything. So this is the top level for the tree. Full Stack Live, hello. How are you doing today? The percent sign symbolizes a specific placeholder in a format string, similar to C's printf. Okay. Oh, so it's like a position. So basically, a format equals something t. What am I putting in there? Is it, I guess, like what is placeholding for? Oh, with that command. It's not placeholding for head, right? Man, get show a few pages down. All right, let's do it. Wait, it was. So pretty formats, the commit is emerged, and a pretty format is not one line, email or raw. Okay. So we were doing pretty format. Oh, percent tree is the tree hash. Oh, so put the thing that it found. Okay, this format is used to refer to another commit in the commit message and is the same as pretty format %c. Okay, the data is formatted with data. Wait. So it basically takes the thing that it found, so the hash %t, puts that in there, and then it looks at head, which is the most recent one. So we do get what was it? It was ls tree? No, it was get show. Get show. Want to say, okay, pretty. Let me full screen this. Pretty equals, and then we're gonna have in quotes, we want to now format. So okay, so we're going to, it almost feels like this is sort of like a more than just like basic commands. It's like run this thing, get the output of this, and shove it into this. That's kind of what it feels like, but I don't know if that's right. Format, and then we want to get the, so you say that's where it's going to show on. That's where, okay, so do that thing, and then head. That didn't really change anything. But okay, we still get you. Did I do that wrong? But okay, basically, it'll take the information that's available to get show and format them according to your format declaration. Okay, so I want the format with whatever this is, and then shove it into here, then shove that in, then try to make it pretty whatever, if it knows whatever that is. So if I know what the tree hash is, so we think that the tree hash is this, right? It still shows you the diff, replace show by log. Oh, okay, that's what we wanted. Okay. So wait, so the T is tree. If I replace that with like a B for blob, would that work? That's the commit body text. Oh, so B for body, not T. Okay. So I bet if I know what the codes were, which would be something in log or show, probably. Let's go to log and see if it has a list. Short log? Okay, so format, rewrap it. Pretty formats, maybe? I don't know. This is like not exactly what we're supposed to be doing, but it's interesting, right? Because like then we can create our own custom commands to read like whatever we want to read, and then you could throw those into you can throw those into like an alias or something and see what you want. I was looking for B or T in here, and I'm not seeing it so far. Well, those are options, so I don't know if those would be right. We have the get log. Oh, if it was in the man page, oh, I was so close. Hold on, let's do that. So if I look for, is it dash or is it just going to be like a capital T? Capital T is just going to find that. If I look for %T, oh, there it is. Okay. So this is all in the area called the placeholders. Okay. So %tree is basically take a tree hash and then shove it into that spot in the format line. And so if I wanted to, I could do like the tree hash and like the committer name. I could do the subject. Okay, so here's so we have the lowercase b for body and then the uppercase B for raw body, unwrapped subject and body. Okay. All right. So fun things to look at. Okay. So what we want to say is we want to look at this get log, go ahead and pretty format. We want to format and just get out not the T. We want the tree hashes, and it's going to be sorted just in general from most recent to oldest. So this is the most recent one, and then we can look at like the original one down here. Okay, that's pretty cool. Okay, and then if we do get was it ls tree? Yeah, get ls tree. We throw this in. That might have been the same hash. Yeah. Name only, and then that's how we can find the hash to then read it. Nice. Get log -1. Oh, so the -1 only shows you it. So that's the number of things to show, right? So if I do get log, just give me one of them, it shows that one. And if I want, like, let's say 2 of them, that'd be like that. Nice. So that's interesting. That's good to know. Okay, so this command is now going to let me know whether or not I'm doing it right, because we can see, okay, well, this is what it looks like when we're reading from the tree object. So I want to be able to pass in the same exact thing here and then get this out. So let's go ahead and set this up. So this is ls tree. So main. Okay, so we're gonna have an ls tree. And ooh, we need to create a we need to create something for this. Too bad the backticks don't work on Twitch. Yeah, I know. It's too bad. That would be nice if they had like some kind of like file sharing or just allow markdown in chat. Just so like very similar to like how Discord or Slack work. All right, so let's touch. This is ls tree. Is this a function? I think we're doing this as just a function, right? So pub function ls tree. Now, looking at the commands, so ls tree, and we're gonna get this thing in here. So that's so this is arguments 1, and then I would need arguments 2 and 3 essentially. So we need our args, which is going to be a... Is that right? That's right. Probably a string. It could be a stir. I'm not sure. And we won't... It's probably a string. That's what I'm guessing that I have access to. Okay, so then in main, we're going to run ls tree. We're going to pass it the args. And then I want basically 2 to the end. Which is, of course, the exact same pattern that we have everywhere else. But Meryl, hello. How are you doing today? Now, what I could also do, because I'm just getting reference to this, and I'm using this everywhere here, we can get let rest of args. And then replace all of these with the rest of args. Okay. So that should make you happy. And that way I don't need to just constantly do that over and over and over again. Okay, ls tree. But Mero, hello. How are you doing today? Did I already say that? I can't remember. Okay, so in ls tree, what exactly were we doing? Well, we need to open up that hash, and I believe, if I remember correctly, it's exactly the same pattern as it's an object, right? So we need to follow the same, where's my code? We need to follow the same code, the same pattern, the same code that we did with cat file here. So basically we need to figure out what the folder name is, what the file name is, and this is going to be the same across both of them. And because it has like the same source of change, I'm thinking that this should go into some kind of like utilities, and we can test those and then call them from both. That's what I'm thinking of now. So let's open up, let's create a new file for this. And we can just call this maybe utils. I don't really have a better name for it yet. And going back into our cat file. Okay, so the first thing we need is the folder name, which we know is going to come from the first two characters of the hash. So let's do a pub function. So get object I should probably be more Linux correct and say directory name. So if we take in, we need to take in the hash. So this is going to be a hash, which is going to be a stir. And we're going to return probably a string. Okay, so should get object directory name from hash. Okay, so if we have our hash and that just equals probably in a string format, we can actually use the real one, right? Bamero, you oh, the deal at Codecrafters is almost up. Okay, I wasn't sure when it exactly was going to end. It said it was like through or like to the 27th. Today's the 27th. I didn't want to let anybody down to go like, okay, yeah, you're totally gonna be able to get it today. So it sounds like the 40% deal off for Codecrafters is almost up, which means that it's today / this morning / something like that is the last chance to get it for 40% off. So thank you for the notification. Also, thank you so much for purchasing. Just a heads up again, if you want, I have a link on YouTube in the description. And then also, we have this command here to get the link here in Twitch. And just to let you know, I am getting a cut of that for every purchase. And it actually is a pretty decent one for all the affiliate type links that I've seen in the past. This is the best one I've seen. So I'm really happy about that. That being said, I don't want to pressure anybody into like getting it. It's more of like, if you want to go through it, then by all means, and you like what you're seeing, right? Like it has to be something that like you believe you're actually going to use. T-Spill Studios, hello, how are you doing today? Codecrafters struck me as an awesome platform personally. So far, I really like what they're doing. It's this is basically a the part of education. It's testing transfer, really, if you really think about it from like an educational geeky out point of view, which I love to do. It's at their scrimmages. Like if you think of sports, you're going in and you're playing a practice game. That's what it is. You're putting it all together to see whether you can do it. And it's a really cool project that you can then show off in the end, which is really awesome. Okay. We should get the directory name from the hash. So we want that, and then we want let the directory, so the expected name is going to be 85. The actual name, so this would be the name is get directory object name. We pass it in the hash, and then we assert equal the name is equal to the expected name. And right now that's going to crash because this doesn't work. So I can just lie and just say, hey, we're going to return to aunt. And then if we come over here, I can run this. Yeah, there we go. So left is nothing at all. Right is that 85 that we're looking for. And so now we want to replace this with hash 02 and then to own that. And so that works. So now I can replace that. That's the wrong one. I wanted to come here. There we go. I can replace this in... Wait, I'm still in the wrong one. Go over here. There we go. I want to... cat file, no ls tree. So the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to get the directory name is the get object directory name, and we pass it in the hash. So let's, the hash is going to be the args. Now it's actually not going to be the first one, right? We're going to get the, it's we know we have an object first. Yeah, we're gonna get this name only. So that's like a command first. So let's do that. So that our command, is that really a command? Is an option? What do they actually put this in here? So this is name only. Okay, so it's just an option. Okay. Now this isn't like a really good, like we're not making a proper CLI app here that's like can handle multiple of these. It's just sort of like, oh, we can have, we always have one option. It's always there. If you don't have it, this is not going to work. So, okay, so we have our option. That's going to be our args of 0. And then we have our, oh, which we can't actually take out. So that's going to be that. We have our let, the hash is then going to be args of 1. Okay, so we're going to pass in the hash to here. That gives us the directory name. And so now we need the... Now from that same hash, I need the file name. Now we're only doing happy path testing here, but that's probably fine. I can actually just copy you, right? I probably just could have copied the entire function and changed it. So we're going to start with that same hash, and then you're going to be different. So go to here. You're going to be everything else minus the first two. Names, then you're going to be get object file name, pass it in the hash, name and expected name. Okay, you failed because it doesn't have the right hash number. So now let's so red, we have red. Let's fix that. So we want our hash of 2 to the end and to own that. There we go. Okay, that makes you happy. 92 unread emails. But they're bad, so it's closer to 400 in 15 days. Okay, well, I mean, as in like left to go, or you're just getting more that many more every 15 days. Okay, an Ellis tree. Now let's get the file name. Okay, so we have the directory name, we have the option hash, the directory name. I need to create, okay, we need to create our path now. Oh, we were using path buff, weren't we? Oh no, path will do it, right? So we do new. And then we're gonna start with get join objects. Okay, so get join objects, and then I want to join in the directory name, the file name. Okay, and that gives us a path buff, which we can use as a path essentially. And so I want to open that file. I want to open the file and read it in. So let's, how do I want to do this? I could create a function that opens and closes a file, but like, I'm not a huge fan of like actually reading stuff from like disk in a test. So I might just do this one out here. So this will be at the file equals, so we can do file open. So file open. So attempts to open a file in read-only mode. Email is the greatest time suck of all time. Yeah, it's I remember when I was like a junior developer, I was reading through, oh, who wrote Donald Knuth. I was reading through like some of his articles and some of his other stuff, and he basically said, don't ever like, just don't read emails. Like he doesn't read emails. Why should, like, no, you just should never read emails. Like if you really need emails to be read, then hire somebody to read emails for you. And it's like, okay, great. Thank you, Donald Knuth. I'm a junior developer. I literally can't. I'll get fired if I don't read my emails. I think like, I like, it's only like now when I'm getting like more like higher up that I can like finally start like, okay, I can see now the need for that. And also we have so many more other chat communications, don't we? We do have a lot more options. I do wish though that there was better filtering options. Like emails has like really good filtering options. Imagine if we had those filtering options for Slack, for Discord. That would be pretty cool. And those mails are mailing lists. There's so many mailing lists. Mails. So many mailing list mails? Something like that. Okay. File equals file open path unwrap. So we got that. Now I want to read to end, which means I need my, oh, you need to be mutable too, don't you? I need the content of the file to be a new string. Are you a new string or are you a bytes? So we have read to end or something like that. Read to string. Read all bytes until end of file on this source, place them into the buffer. Okay. Let's do this. Let's read to end, and then you take it a buffer. So this this content buffer is not going to be a string. We're going to make this a vec. And then you're going to figure out what this is really quickly. Okay, so we have our content buffer. And we're unwrapping because we're reasons. That's true. A lot of emails we can just get by with only the subject, can't we? Okay, so I now have this. I want to it is encrypted. It's not encrypted. It's compressed. So we need to decompress this, and it's in zlib format, which to me feels a lot like another utility thing. So let's open up our utils, and we're gonna have a decompress. So two things, I guess. We're gonna have our buffer, which is going to be a U8 slice. I wonder if that's going to be enough. And then we'll probably turn that into a string. We'll find out. Okay, so should decompress. All right, so I need some kind of a compressed file. So if let's say we take this hash. So decompressed string. I want to. So compressed is, what is that going to be? I want the zlib. I think we need to go take a look at Flate. Okay. Oh, right. I need the encoder. So I need the zlib encoder. Okay, so I get a new, and then we're gonna hand it, it's got nothing in it. So just that might as well just be a vec like that. and then compression default. That gives us an encoder, and now I can add to the encoder bytes. So now we're gonna do encoder write all, and I want the decompressed string as bytes. Okay. Tibler, hello. How are you doing today? Did I try to work with NVIDIA Omniverse? I'm not aware of our company reaching out to NVIDIA for that. That would have been pretty cool if we had. I don't think so. I was always on the web side of things. I work pretty closely with the VR side though. Like I have a VR headset that I have for, you know, from the company that I like put on every once in a while to like test out things. But as far as I know, no. We're pretty much exclusively Oculus 2 at this point. So I think that also like excludes us from NVIDIA stuff. And that's mostly because our users, the clients, have they don't all have good computers. So the Oculus is a lot easier for them. Okay, encoder right all, decompress strings as bytes. Okay, so we have that. So now I have, okay, so we do that. Now do I have to, okay, so I have to finish them and then I get the compressed bytes. So the compressed equals the encoder dot finish. Okay, so these are compressed bytes, so we have those. Now I want to pass that into our decompress. So the expected name that I want to get back out here is going to be the same as the decompressed string, right? So I don't need you. So I want the decompressed. You're going to be decompress. We're going to pass it in a reference to the compressed. Okay, that's going to give us a string back, and then I want to test that decompressed and the decompressed string are the same. And then you have that there. Okay. So this obviously is going to fail, but let's run it. Did not want cargo run. I wanted cargo test. All right, so should decompress. We got nothing, and then we got that there. Okay, perfect. So now we can actually do the thing. Oculus or Oculus Quest? And I guess like I don't really know what the Omniverse then is. I thought maybe it was something that you run like with your NVIDIA video cards. Is it more of like a cloud thing? If it's like a cloud deployment thing, that would be pretty cool. Do you have to have good internet and network to use it? That would be the next thing. If Steam support Quest, so it should work. So the problem is the Quest. No, Steam does not support Quest. It does not. Quest is actually show you what they look like. Because So they're these systems. So basically there's no it's headless. There's no cable, there's no wires, you just use it. And it's great. Over network not really works well. I mean, the problem is that they don't have computers, so it has to be standalone, or what we call tetherless. It has to be tetherless. And because these VR headsets are equivalent to like an Android phone inside of them without the phone part, that it works out really well. It's surprisingly good. Okay, let's do this decompression stuff. So the decompression, we want the zlib decoder. We want the, now there's the read and there's the buff read. Kappa, hello. How are you doing today? Is the quality as good as if you had a dedicated GPU? Of course not. No, it's not as good. Like you can get like really good graphic stuff if you've got like a dedicated GPU, but because you don't, the quality is lower. The frames rate is like lower, but still good enough to not get sick from it. I think like the trade-off is that it's way more available. Okay, so we're gonna do zlib decoder new. We give it the bytes. Okay, so we give it all the bytes. And then we read a string. Okay, so we have the decoder here first. Now there's buff read. Oh, that reads from a file. So I want this. So decoder, and they're going to do read to string. Okay, so let mute decoder new. We pass it the buffer in this case, which is this really a buffer? These are the bytes. Okay, so we have yet. We need let mute the result. It's going to be a string new. We're going to decoder read a string, and it the result, and then return the result. And then you're probably got probably unwrap there. Okay, decompress. That should work now. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so now we can decompress what we got. Okay. We want to ls tree again. So we have our content. Okay, so read to end. So we stuffed into the content buffer. So now I want to let the content. So it's not really content buffer, is it? I want to change that to like just our bytes. Shandu, hello. How are you doing today? Okay, so we have our content, and I want to get. No, I want to what did I call it? Decompress. Decompress. Okay, and then we have our bytes. This is going to be a reference to the content bytes. And that gives us our content string. Okay, excellent. How's it going? Are you the same You are the same person who streamed the same stuff in Twitch. Yeah, I'm dual streaming, so I'm streaming at the same time to Twitch and then also restreaming it out to YouTube at the same time. And yes, it's not a sponsored stream, it's a partnered stream, but it's still, I still have to click the same button that it's a what is it called? It's branded content is in here. Okay, so we have our content. Okay, so content, decompress. I want to, do I want to just print this out? Is that what I do? I sort of forgot what the, so get ls tree, name only that thing. I think you just print this out. We're probably gonna have that buffer, whatever that little thing at the beginning is. We're probably gonna have to strip that out again. Okay, so do that, and let's just do a, ooh, do you have, now it doesn't say here that this can't use a new line at the end, but it's very possible that we need to use, but we can use the write macro if necessary. So we can use the print line here. You can use the print line here. So print line, and then we'll just throw in the content. And yes, this option, we're completely ignoring it. But it's there in case we need it. Okay, so let's try this. I want to do a cargo run ls tree name only, and then this thing. Panic, no such file or directory, it couldn't find it. Interesting. Okay, so, oh, because I need to be in here to do it right. Stream, okay, all right, different error. Invalid data, stream did not contain valid UTF-8. That's interesting. Okay. Okay. Panicked at utils line 17. In decompress, read to string. Okay. Is it still compressed, or is it not compressed at all? I would have thought that's compressed still. Okay, root script deflating tree objects. Seems to be different from other Git objects, not just a zlib deflate. Okay, that explains. This means that the tree contains a binary. Oh. Interesting. Okay, is there... Wait, this is the REST API. This is not... The SHA-1 of an existing get tree object, which will be used as... Okay, so that's the base tree. That's not what I named. Get a tree. Returns a single tree using the SHA-1 value or ref name for that tree. Yeah, but okay, you're not really telling me much there. To get the actual content, we need to uncompress the file storing the C1F4BF. Where is that? The file we want is dash dash given of the 238 path format. That file is compressed with zlib. Okay. Oh, and we want the name only. That's the other thing, is that we want the name only. Yeah, and the string can only contain UTF-8. Okay. So I don't want to decompress that thing, but maybe from there we can figure out just the name. Okay, we need the names of the files and folders. Okay, so to print the content of a tree in human readable form, use obviously the get ls tree with that thing. So that gives me that. In this case, 0B6E66 are the first 6 characters of the top tree. You can do the same for folder 1. To get the same content, but in raw form, oh, cat file. Oh yeah, okay. So basically I did the equivalent of cat file instead of ls tree. To get the actual content, we need to uncompress the file storing the C1. So where does that C1, where does this object come from that they are referencing? Am I missing it? So the file is compressed. Okay, so then that file is compressed. Okay. T-Spill Studios, Zilby's not here right now, unfortunately, and I don't know exactly where he is. So what I'll do is I'll keep that around, and then if he shows up, we're gonna pet the cat. Otherwise, I'll redeem. I'll redeem? No, I'll refund you at the end of the stream. So I kind of want to do I have, okay, do I have, so there's, okay, this is the generation of it. Okay, so the blob that is converted. Okay, so this thing, if we want to create the whole tree object, we have the awk one liner, which I don't know if that's what I want. The format is as follows: mode, null terminated, file name string, binary of the hash, repeated for each file. Is there a way for me to get access to that without reading the binary? Where each object entry is like object name SHA-1 in binary format. Oh, okay. So if we cat the file, yeah, but if we cat the file, isn't it compressed with the cat in it? Pipe into XXD. What's XSD? XSD. XXD. Cause like I can't cat. So I'm thinking about like, what do I have access to right now, right? I can't run my own cat file. Got cat file? Oh, you mean get cat file uncompressed for you. Right. But the problem is my cat file won't, right? So like if I do cargo run, do I have cat? Yeah, cat file with this. That causes the same problem. So how do I do this in my own? I know that I can use get file. But how do I do this with one of my own? Like how do I get access to like these? Like what are they doing? So I guess we'll have to go take a look at cat file. You decompress into evacuate instead of a string. Okay. So we can do that. So in decompress, so in our utils, in decompress, so instead of read a string, so if I guess we'll update the test first. So we want how do I know what this is? So in decompress, if I want to make this a vec of U8, so that would work, but now our tests are gonna not work. Because yeah, we can't compare a vec of U8 with stir. Oh, can I do bytes that? Should decompress. Okay, so decompress from decompress string. Maybe that will work. Okay, so that might pass the test. We have other issues, which is that we're trying to print this content. Let's just skip that for right now. Okay, so that passes the test. Now I want to get the first, how many bytes? Did it say here how many bytes we need? Okay, so get objects that, and then right, we have all that. So it's gonna be tree space a number, I don't want to generate, I want to get manually. And this is in the yeah, okay, so we have our plumbing commands. I want to let's see. Now I can do ls tree. Was it ls tree? Okay, I keep on forgetting if it's ls tree or which one we're doing. We're doing, yeah, ls tree. Okay, so there's our name only that we're looking for. Object size. Okay, so we have our object mode, object type, object name. It's each, okay, so it's each byte afterwards. So if we know that it's a tree, is a tree just 1, 2, 3, 4 bytes? So if I skip 4 bytes forward and then I decompress that, do I get the name tree out of it? I guess that's one thing we could potentially do. So if I we get you, and then I want to print line, let's okay, so we get our content. Let's say our content type equals our content of 0 through TREE4. And then I want to print line that out. I want to do this as a content type as a stir. What can I do to convert this into a string? We have bytes. I want the other one. Almost like from bytes or something. Oh, that's not helpful. Oh, stir from UTF-8. Yeah, I think that's right. I vaguely remember that. Okay, let's try that. Also, Billy Harrington Enjoyer. Hello, how are you doing today? Yeah, okay, so let's do a stir. That's an encode. Okay, here it is. From UTF-8. Okay. So give me that. Result. Okay, so it gives me a result. That might... Oh, and I want to not do the cat file. I want to do the ls tree. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so we have tree. Perfect. Thank you, Billy. That was exactly it. Okay, so there we get the tree out, so we know what the type is. And then I believe that there's a space, and then it's going to be the number of bytes, which can be multiple bytes. Like that's... Like, okay, so if we get, let's say space, and then, what was it again? It was... It was mode format. They had something about like how it was stored inside, and we see that in the Stack Overflow. Yeah, so we have tree. Tree, and then the content size, and then something else. I wonder if that's like the actual decompressed thing. Like starting with that. Okay, tree content size. So if I do, okay, we have space, and then let's do 1 byte for this. Let's see what this gives us. Okay, gives us 3. Now if I go to 7, at some point we're gonna run into a, okay, 33 bytes. I wonder if we need to just loop through it one at a time. 338 bytes. There it is. Okay, so we have to loop through it until we get a space. So we know that these are 5 bytes to get to here. and then it's an unknown number of bytes, because it could be 2, it could be, you know, n number of bytes, as long as like the number of digits in the bytes, which is, oh, that's fun. Okay, so, and then it's going to be the rest of the hash. So if I can figure out this part, then that works. Can I see what the byte looks like for a space? Because I forget what that is. Let's. Okay, so we know that it's I want of 8, I think. So give me 8. From UT. Okay, so that's not gonna work. Isn't just tree size 0? Right, it is /0, isn't it? Yeah, it's the \0. Now, what about the one right after tree, right? So we have TREE space, that's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 32 is a space. So the 32 byte is space, but we're looking for the \0. Did you know that Unix file names can contain \n? You could do all sorts of crazy weird things with Unix file names that are not recommended. But yeah, like my favorite trick that I learned that I never dare do in like any kind of real system, but is kind of fun, is name a file or a folder dot. That's fun. Okay. Content type. So yeah, okay, we're gonna look through until it's 0. So we have to find out where that is. So how can we find? Is that gonna be a I can go into an iterator for this. Demolroy! Welcome. Thank you for the raid. And oh camel time. Nightshade dude, oh camel, Vincer, Troot. How are you all doing today? How is the stream today? I assume it's more oh camel time today, right? Roasted DB, hello. Always oh camel time. It went well. Got to catch up on some sleep. Had a long day of holiday travels yesterday. Well, thanks for the raid again. Hopefully your oh camel stream went well. And hope you're able to get that sleep you want to get. And also thanks again for the raid. So we are working on we're working on creating our own client for Git. It is a challenge that we're doing from Code Crafters. This is actually a branded stream. It's I partnered with Code Crafters for this, and so what that means is that if you like Code Crafters, if you like what you're seeing, if this feels like something you want to do yourself, I have a link which I think is still giving 40% off, but that's ending very, very shortly, like any second now. So if you want that on the YouTubes, I have a link in the description for the video, and then also here we have a code crafters. That being said, I wouldn't like recommend you all go out and immediately get that unless you actually like this and want to do it. Nightshade Dude, back to work. Well, thanks for hanging out a little bit, and have a great day at work. So anyways, we are on read a tree object. So we're trying to, in Rust, create this Git client that will actually be able to pull down a public repo from GitHub and then do the thing. And so we obviously have tree objects. We're trying to read it out and then display the directory and file names. And it's going to need to be in order, alphabetically sorted. So let's see, we know that the first n bytes of the compressed file are basically the word tree space, then the number of bytes in the actual tree, and then a null terminator \0. I think that's a null, right? And then we're going, okay, so then we need to basically find that. Now I could loop through until we find that in here. I was wondering whether or not we can like maybe find it in here. I basically want to find the index of that, which I'm not sure this is gonna, any of these methods are really gonna help us find it. Okay. Also, hello, Corbob. Hello, how are you doing today? \, okay, would be considered null. Okay, position. Where is position? Is that in here? I've never liked that these are not in alphabetic order. Because like when I'm trying to find something, oh, there it is, position. Searches for an element in an iterator, returning its index. Okay, so if we can do this, so we do position, we have a function. This is going to be a byte, and I want to see if the byte is equal to essentially a B is like that, \0. I'm going to let some, this is going to be the index of when it starts. And if you don't exist, this is probably a panic situation. So we're just going to panic here and say null terminator not found. Sure, let's print line out the index. Okay, so when we run this, how did I put that in outside of this? That's not cool. There you go. Okay, position, you're not happy. This method takes one argument, but two arguments were supplied. Oh, yeah. I did it all wrong here. Okay. Semicolon expected. I wanted, okay, so wait. What's going on? What did I do? Position, okay, no. I wanted to close, open, like that. That's a little bit better, maybe. Mismatched eliminators, okay. We don't have a block here. Expected one. Oh, right. We need the else. You can't compare. The trait partial equal is not implemented for we just convert that into a U8. Okay. Now we got it. On the topic from a few minutes ago about file names, fun fact, Windows isn't case sensitive, but Samba sometimes is. Oh, really? Oh, I never really used Samba that much because we didn't have that many Windows systems when I was a sysadmin. And I don't think I ever used any of them for servers. Unwrap. What's the point of Rust if you use these functions? The point of Rust when you use these functions is to basically like misuse Rust completely, totally. We had a SUSE server hosting a Samba share for printers, and somehow we were referencing print driver names in one place as HP and another as HP. Server got both in a file. Oh no, yeah, I could see that be it bad. Yeah, so in this case, VCVVV. Also, hello, how are you doing today? This is mostly like a learning type project, so it's not really like meant to be like we're not really doing proper error handling with all these. Let's see, option T, expect message, T would panic if none. Yeah, so I could expect it. Yeah, I could. Yeah, there's probably a better way to do it. Let's do that. I'm just so used to like having fun with some and then like actually doing proper error handling here. But since we're not doing that, let's do this. Let's index equals content. And we'll expect, and then we can say like missing null terminator. Okay, now if we run this, there we go. Okay, so this is index 8. So now I want to pull in, so we have the full content, which is our bytes. So if we rename you to bytes, now our the header is going to be our bytes of 0 until index. And let's print the header out. Except I want the header as stir from UTF-8. I don't want to just pull in that thing like that. So I want stir. Do I need to like pull in stir still? From UTF-8, I misspelled it. That's why. Okay, so from UTF-8. So stir from UTF-8. Do I need to standard stir? And just because we're doing improper error handling, can I find value content because we changed it to bytes? Okay. There we go. Tree 338. So we have the name that it's a tree, and then we have the number of bytes that it is. Bamero, thank you for the time check. Yeah, I do have my day job coming up, so I'm gonna have to take off pretty soon. Just mark the whole program as unsafe, and then you're fine. Yeah, it's well, in this case, because this is a learning project, I want this to crash hard every time it runs into one of those. Like that's one of the big things about this is like I want it to crash hard immediately, and let me know like, oh, you screwed up there. At this thing, because it shouldn't screw up if I don't do it right. But of course, this is a learning project, so I think that that's okay to do in those specific cases. We're not really like practicing error handling in this case. We're practicing the other things. There's only some technology solution that could sound an alarm at some predetermined time. Like, well, yeah, I actually have something on my watch, and then it goes off, and then I like, okay, yeah, and then I hit that, and I keep on like, okay, let's keep on going for 5 more minutes. It's called Twitch followers. That's the other thing too. I guess like the problem is I keep on getting into flow, and then just like wanting to ignore all the stuff. So in the meantime, let me let's see. This isn't really working, but I'm going to commit and send it up, so it's probably going to yell at me a lot. So let's do get status. Commit. Okay, so I already added in. I don't need the A. So this is going to be like a work in progress. We are basically printing out the object type and byte size. All right, so code crafters, whenever we push up, it runs the tests. So the first several tests are going to be perfectly fine. After that is going to be a little bit less happy because I don't actually do the thing properly. But yeah, so we've been working through. We've been doing this. Well, actually, I already told you about all that. I don't need to do this spiel again. Let's see. In the meantime, let's see. What is?
New post policy, because the thing is we're kind of creating our new
it looks like Crazy Tech. Hello, I'm doing pretty good. How are you? We're about to end the stream though, so it's sort of like a hi and bye type thing. Okay, so I want, yeah, okay, we have Keybind is streaming. They got a broken camera, unfortunately, but the mic is working just fine. Looks like Keybind is working on.
basically,
I can't tell, mini IO or something like that. Anyways, we're gonna do a raid for Twitch over there. Sorry, YouTube. I can't do raids on YouTube yet. You made some progress in your current project. Excellent. That's always good. All right, so raid 4. Is that right?
it's just impossible. This
Okay. I think we're ready to go there. Everybody, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If you like Code Crafters, if you want to get Code Crafters, that link that I have in the YouTube description or here in the Code Crafters, we'll get you signed up. I think the rest of today, whatever that means for various time stuff, I've my brain, whatever those things where hours change in time, yeah, that will be up sometime today. So that gives you a 40% off, but only for who knows how long. And then it'll be back to the normal price. Obviously, only get that if you really like what you see and you want to go through it. They have a bunch of challenges and a bunch of languages, not just Rust. I don't know if they have OCaml though. I didn't check. Anyways, hope that you all have a great rest of your day, and I will see you all next time. Bye.